So since deciding to start a separate channel for this year to focus more on booktube related things, one of the things that definitely I held back about initially splitting up and like drifting away from my original channel was the fact that I have been, of course, doing like vlogging stuff for a long while, like properly, even though I've been missing several days and super behind on editing. I have been doing vlogs for basically 8.5 years, since I started in September of 2012. But I've actually had the channel much longer than that even. I think the first thing that I uploaded was back in like 2008, and I had no clue what I was going to be doing. I even started out, other than the very first video, which was something from school, I did a bunch of videos about playing my flute, and that was like the thing I thought my channel was going to be way back when, in like 2009. But anyway, with the main part of it being like vlogging for so long, I didn't want to lose the fact that I have all of these like home videos basically for years, which is why I technically don't strictly do like reading updates in my reading vlogs for this channel either, because I do want to continue to do just like recording just what's going on as well in general, because I just enjoy looking back on everything. But now, of course, we're at the point where I love that the new channel is set up better, more organized, but anyone who wasn't really familiar with things going on previously can definitely, like, I feel like I may be confusing some people when I just throw out names, basically. But also, like, one of the things I've loved about doing vlogging as well was I love doing like montage editing stuff as well, and I haven't really had a chance to do a whole lot with that the last couple of years, because outside of reading and everything, and especially with COVID, there's just not a whole lot that's really going on worth putting together a video for. But I wanted to sort of do a few sort of montage-like videos, to just kind of do an introduction to some of the people that I have been closest to over the years, so that not only anyone new with just everything with just the new channel would be familiar with, but also because I would like to, you know, attribute a little something to these people that I love so much and care about, and a lot of times miss desperately because it's hard to see them very often. So yeah. This is, I may just edit this particular part separately just because it is kind of like rambly at this point compared to what I was planning to do. It wasn't really planned out, but anyway. Anyway, so there's a few different people that I mention. Some of the main people I am going to be planning on making videos for, because I will probably, I'm planning on doing separate videos for each person, at least to start off with. There's my main 3 friends that I've had over the last several years, which is Beth, who has been my friend for very nearly 20 years now, because we first met, we had to guess once to know, because we don't really truly remember, but it was some point in 2001, so that is coming up. because we estimate sometime that summer. And then there's Lisa, who used to be a roommate of mine, but basically became a sister in the family after living with her over the years and spending so much time with her. And I've known her now for like 9 years, because we met, no, 8 years. So I actually met her at a Mardi Gras party in 2013. And then I have Eleanor, and she is probably the one I've known the least, but I definitely care for all 3 of them all the same. I will go into more details with these things like on their individual videos, because it's crazy. But anyway, those are the main 3 people. It's Beth and Lisa and Eleanor, who I love so much, and I wish I could see them more often, but 100 miles between us gets tricky, even without COVID being a situation. And then actual family people, I do have a decent sized family, because I am actually one of 6 kids. And I have like 5, 6 something nieces and nephews, and I even go and visit them fairly often as well. So you'll often hear me refer to them as the chillins in terms of nieces and nephews, which is something Lisa and I just ended up doing at one point. So yeah, there's just a lot. So yeah, in the family we have, of course, my siblings. We have Michelle, Sasha, Nikki, Cindy, and David. And nieces and nephews, I have Trey, Roddy, Aeon, Sagan, and Vivian. And yeah, that's kind of a very basic rundown of people. And of course, husband, Ed, but I don't really get him involved in a lot of videos because he doesn't care for that as much. So I probably may not do a video very specifically on him just for that purpose. But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave this part off here as sort of just like an introduction to this. And yeah, we'll be starting off first with Beth. One, because she's the one I've known the longest out of my main group of friends, and basically she's my precious. And did I mention that we're about to hit a 20-year friendship anniversary? Like, that is insane. Literally cannot even wrap my mind about it. Like, it feels like yesterday we were celebrating 10 years when Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out, and it was like a whole thing. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here, and